Hey guys, what's going on? Jamie Soriano here, and today I wanted to just give you a quick tip on building your organization, okay? Because it really doesn't matter what company you're with, okay? If you're working with us in our specific opportunity, this is something we talk about all the time, but really this is just a general rule. If you're going to build an organization or a team, this will definitely give you something that you can use to really get your team to the next level, okay? Because I believe that building personal relationships is really the missing ingredient. I mean, you could do a lot of things right and you can be a great recruiter, but unless you have the ability to build personal relationships, unless you have the ability to turn, a group of people into a team, you're really not going to get too far in this industry, okay? And the number one thing you can do, okay, and there's a lot of steps of building a team or turning a loose group of people into a functional and effective team. But really, one of the things that's right up there, guys, okay, is building personal relationships. Unless you have the ability of building personal relationships, you're always going to be replacing people. You're never going to be able to get to the next level. You're never going to be able to, get your team to the next level because you're going to be losing people as fast as you have new people coming in. That's what you don't want to do. You don't want to have a bucket, with holes in the bottom, and as you constantly fill water into it, you're constantly losing water. That's not what you want to do. You want to plug your holes, and building personal relationships and having tight relationships in your organization and your team will do just that. Okay, so here, just real quick, I'm going to go over 10 keys to building personal relationships. Okay, and it says here, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, and that's so true. Okay, that is so true. Here's 10 keys, and again, this might be a two-parter, but let me just kind of go through some of this stuff, okay? Number one, get to know your people on a first name basis, including their spouses and families, okay? I mean, obviously, hopefully you have a first name basis relationship with people that you sponsor into your organization or teammates of yours, okay? But the key also is you want to get to know their families, okay? You want to get to know their families as well because, for me, when I got started in this industry, my mentors made it a point to not only get to know me, but they got to know my spouse. I didn't have kids at the time, but they got to know my parents, and it was like a tight little family there, okay? Because, let's face it, when you're building a business, everything's not going to be great all the time, okay? You're going to have to go through some stuff. That's normal, okay? That's part of the game, okay? It's that emotional roller coaster that we talk about all the time. But see, if you're tight with your people, okay? Like for me, I was tight with my mentor. I didn't go anywhere, okay? That was the glue that kept me in place, okay? Number two is invite your people to your house, okay? To a picnic, ball game, or other social event. Go over to their house, okay? I mean, I heard a long time ago that, every person you bring into your organization, you better know what color their rug is in their living room, okay? How do you know that? Obviously, because you're there, okay? You want to camp out with them, okay? And be there with them, especially in the early stages. See, your teammates, they don't need your help when they're winning every company award. They don't need your help when they're when they're making money. They don't need your help when they're out there, and production isn't at an all-time high. They need your help when they're struggling, when they're new and they don't know anything, and they're maybe struggling to get their first meeting or invite their first person down. That's when they need that support, okay? And so what you want to do is you want to get great at really, locking arms with somebody from the beginning and really, holding them in place so that they can develop properly and mature. That way they can get to the point where they're doing all the production and things of that nature. So many times people, the biggest mistake I see people make is they sponsor new people to the organization, and that new person maybe isn't doing that much, and as the sponsor, they just blow them off. They say, you know what, so and so's not doing anything, they're not worth my time. And I'm not telling you to spend time with people that don't produce, because I believe you should spend time with people that produce and minimize time with people that don't produce. But at the same time, there's a fine line, okay? You can't just say, well, you know what, this person's not doing anything, let me not spend time with them. Because believe it or not, some of the people that don't produce in the beginning, after 90 days or after 6 months or after 12 months, they might become the biggest people in your organization. Okay, I've seen that happen, okay, over and over and over again, okay? And some of the people that went off to a fast start, they fizzled away after 6 months and they're nowhere to be found. So my point to you is you want to build relationships with people, okay? Number three is, remember, you work for your people don't work for you. That's a big key, okay? You're not a manager, you're not a boss, you're not there to tell people what to do and get them to, and breathe all over their neck. That's not your point, okay? They already have a boss. They probably don't like their boss. They're not looking for another boss, okay? You work for them, they don't work for you. Big key.